What does it mean to solve a quadratic equation? Well, I'm going to connect a quadratic equation to the graph. Now, if you look at this graph here, you'll see that it is a parabola, P-A-R-A-B-O-L-A, and it intersects the x-axis and the y-axis. In this case, the x-intercepts in two places, place A and place B. And place A is at -3, 0, and point B is at 1, 0. The y-intercept is at 0, -3. So let's look at the actual equation. The equation is y is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. And this equation is actually in y-intercept or slope-intercept form. And since it is in slope-intercept form, the -3 is actually the y-intercept. So if you look here on the graph, you'll see that the y-intercept is at 0, -3, which matches up to this one. Now, if we factor this expanded form of the equation, we get y is equal to x plus 3 times x minus 1. So this is the same as this one here. Now, solution of a quadratic equation is when you find x knowing that y is 0. So when y is 0, so if we look here, y is 0, that means that either x plus 3 has to be 0, or x minus 1 has to be 0, or both of these are 0. So 0 times x minus 1 will give y is equal to 0, or x plus 3 times 0 will give y is equal to 0. In order to get x plus 3 equal to 0, that means x has to be -3, because -3 plus 3 is 0. And x minus 1, x will have to be +1, because +1 minus 1 is 0. So if you look here, here's the solution. X plus 3 is equal to 0, minus 3 on both sides, and you get x equal to -3. Here, x minus 1 equals 0, add 1 to both sides, and you get x is equal to +1. Now, looking at these solutions, -3 and +1, these solutions relate to the graph by the x-intercepts. So looking at this -3, we can look at this A point, and we see that the point A is at -3 when y is 0. X is -3 when y is 0. And the B point is x is +1 when y is 0. So this is how the graph relates to the equation. And you can actually use this graph to help you with factoring. Here, if you have the expanded form, you can put this in Desmos. And in Desmos, you will get the graph. And the graph will show you the 2 points where it crosses the x-axis. And those 2 points would be the expanded form. So in this case, it would be x plus 3 and x minus 1. Try it.